one thing I wanted to ask was you're working in like the AWS team, right? What's the kind of
Yeah.
projects that you're working on? So you're describing that it's more of a cog in the big AWS machine. What kind of cog components are you working on?
Um, I mean, I don't know if or okay, so I'm working in ECS, which is Elastic Container Services, and basically, I don't know how much you guys know about containers, but it's essentially like self-contained code programs, like all the packages and stuff, and all the dependencies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what the container service. That's what a container is, and then the container services basically manages the servers and the instances,
Mm.
and allows you to run allows a customer to run tasks like Amazon tasks, whatever
Mm-hmm.
that is, and it kind of delegates containers to run those tasks. And my team specifically is the agent team, which is a essentially decides which tasks are going to run and also controls like the data of the tasks and the containers.
Okay.
Um, and I'm essentially working on creating a new endpoint to monitor the containers data and the task data. So I don't know if you've used like CloudWatch or like Datadog or something like that, but all
No.
those services uh, they ping the it's called the task metadata endpoint, and I'm creating essentially a new endpoint that'll function with more features.
Uh-huh.
Goddamn. Fuck.
But
uh,
yeah, it's
So
very technical and like the common person, it takes forever to explain.
yeah.
yeah, I feel that. I
We're
tried
not,
explaining to my parents what I do and I can't.
yeah, we're not even common people, as in we have at least a background in technical stuff, and I was a little lost already with what you were
Yeah.
saying. So, one thing that I wanted to ask is there's a common perception of Amazon. Actually, I don't know how common it is, but it's common in some forums that say the work-life balance at Amazon is really bad. Uh, my team, I currently don't get that perception with, but most of the comments that were saying these online were generally talking about AWS teams. Did you kind of get this feeling with the team that you're working with, or do you feel like they manage their work-life balance pretty well as well? Like there isn't a influx of work that they're always doing or that they have to deal with.
My team seems all right. I don't think they're super overworked. There might be some days where they're like struggling to get something done, I think. But really I think the all the teams that everyone wants to go on like Alexa,
Wait, people
like
want to go on the Alexa
AWS.
team? Really?
Yeah, all these like yeah, because everyone wants the like front end products that Amazon's famous for. Like
Ah.
those are the products that are like cutting edge that Amazon is like they're like everyone wants to go to those because that they think that that's where it's like the most interesting and they can make more of an impact.
Hmm.
But as a consequence, it's like very. I think so. What my mentor said, my circles mentor anyway, was like, yeah, it's pretty much it's way more cutthroat on those teams that have this competitive edge to it because so many people want to work there. So they have to keep a higher standard than some of the other teams.
Hmm.
Interesting.
That's interesting. It's like completely contradictory, or not completely, but when talking with people within my team and surrounding teams in like our organization, like the bigger umbrella team of our smaller team, a lot of the people were talking or making fun of like the Alexa teams and like saying how you wouldn't want to work there. Maybe they were referring to that competitiveness, but the kind of feeling that I was getting from that was they thought, I don't know, they were painting those teams in a negative light. So maybe they were talking about like that competitiveness.
I'm sure that the people that aren't working at Alexa don't, or like, I'm sure if they wanted to work at Alexa, uh, or I forget what I was going to say. I'm sure that they would go there, or they would say that they didn't want to work at Alexa, or else they would like apply to work there or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's funny also because AWS is like a behemoth, right? That like the world runs off of it. So
Yeah.
I find it weird that people wouldn't want to work there.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's something I found interesting.
Maybe it's just isolated to your team because I kind of got that feel. Actually, I don't know if I got that feeling for my team, but just from common sentiment, I mean, it feels like AWS is one of the more interesting parts of Amazon, at least on the
Mhm.
surface level of what they're
Like
doing.
my development environment is like hosted on AWS. That's where I test my code.
Oh shit. Steven
Yeah.
might push something and then you might use it, you know?
Yeah.
Some point in the
Well,
future. What if you push something and then you use it in the future yourself when you have to use? Is it public facing enough that like you as a customer would maybe
yeah.
someday use it?
Yes.
Oh,
It's customer
Oh.
facing.
okay. That's pretty exciting then. I
Yeah.
mean, that's kind of like pressure too, because
Everyone get hyped. Keep back out task metadata
okay,
and calendars.
that is pretty exciting.
Reminder.
You were saying that your mentor from Amazon Circles told you about this stuff with Alexa. I didn't
Yeah.
sign up for that, the Circles program. How's that
Yeah.
been so far?
Well,
Wait,
just
actually, before you say that, what is the Circles program?
Right. What is the
like
Circles program?
an affinity group program, and I got matched with another SDE, and they kind of just like get you accommodated to Amazon and kind of talk about what it's been like working there, kind of showing you the ropes, what the culture's like, and maybe give you suggestions about what you can do during your internship to get a return offer,
Mm,
that type of stuff. My mentor works on the enterprise access team, which is like solely internal facing work. So as you can imagine, it's a lot less pressuring.
yeah.
He
Mhm.
referred to his work as boring, and he liked it because it's a lot less. You don't have to work like crazy hours or anything,
Yeah.
um, and you still get paid like very well.
Yeah. Like, I am assuming for um wait, I'm actually curious. He said he described his own work as boring, but he still liked it.
That's exactly what he said.
Interesting. I don't
I think
know.
what he meant by that is like if you break something, you don't get like millions of people upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's so interesting though. Like you think what you're doing is super boring and you're not finding enjoyment in it, but still continuing with it.
I
But
mean that's how I feel about the whole field of software engineering. But I mean that's just me.
okay. No, I think that's valid. Yeah, that's true.